Imagine you are hauling a heavy trailer down a steep mountain pass, relying on your diesel engine's back pressure to keep your speed in check, and suddenly that exhaust brake feels like it is completely gone while a bright orange light pops up on your dashboard. You pull over and plug in your scanner, and there it is, the code P2135, which is basically your truck's way of telling you the exhaust pressure control valve I circuit is having an electrical tantrum. This little valve sits in your exhaust stream right after the manifold, and its job is to create back pressure, which is incredibly useful for two things: helping your cold engine warm up faster in the morning and acting as a brake to slow you down during heavy towing. This particular code is strictly an electrical circuit fault, meaning the powertrain control module has noticed that the signal going to the control solenoid is not behaving like it should. Before you start ripping into your exhaust system and getting covered in soot, the very first thing you should always do is check for any technical service bulletins for your specific ride, because sometimes the manufacturer has a quick software update or a known wiring fix that can save you hours of unnecessary work. Next, you need to crawl under there and find that solenoid. Look very closely at the wiring harness for any signs of chafing, rubbing, or wires that have melted against the hot exhaust pipe, because that is a classic failure point in diesel rigs. Pull the connector apart and check those tiny metal pins for any green corrosion or burnt spots. If they look nasty, grab some electrical contact cleaner and a small brush to give them a good scrub before applying some dielectric silicone grease. If the code persists after a good cleaning, it is time to break out your digital volt-ohm meter. You want to check the resistance of the solenoid coil itself by probing the two terminals. If the meter shows an infinite reading or zero resistance, that solenoid is toast and needs to be replaced. You also need to verify that the computer is actually sending 12 volts to the solenoid when the ignition is on. If the power is missing or stays on even when the key is off, you might have a wiring short or a relay issue. A great old school trick is to use a test light connected to the battery positive and touch it to the ground circuit. If the light does not shine, you have found a broken path. Wiggling the harness while watching that light can often reveal an intermittent connection that was hiding from you. Just remember, while a failed computer is possible, it is incredibly rare, so always exhaust every wiring and solenoid test before blaming the brain of the truck. Correcting this is important because ignoring it means longer warm-up times and a total lack of engine braking when you need it most.